That bitch try to get me every fucking time, dog. Every time I try to go live, the motherfucker black out and that whole thing just gone and all that old dumbass shit. But how the fuck she see a fucking white, how the fuck she see a white body bag? Ain't no white body bag for her to see. She on script, but she seen it somewhere. But she on script. Her and I know her on script. Now let's continue, because they all get tired of that bullshit every time I come on this motherfucker. And then if the bitch go black, bitch, what the fuck this hoe gonna stop recording for?
Photos, but it kind of cleared it up. You know what I'm talking about? But it's an actual surgical removal going on with that girl's body. And you also can see fresh scratches on her body and irritation from where she had been freshly shaved. So she had shable irritation. That must mean she wasn't dead yet. I said, But back to the topic of this video, and I will get Teresa credit. I'm gonna do one more video after this one and show you that she did point out a camera on the other side of that wall, but it wasn't right above the freezer. So maybe it's just drum roll to a drum roll. But as you see, this purple blanket entirely covers the gray.
This girl got a goddamn purple blanket up to her neck inside of a goddamn gray body bag. Why would she be saying white body bag? What the fuck she right? Just know. And when I used to zoom in and show y'all where her hair out over her head at, how does this body look like it been choked? I got better photos than this of that shit. So what they saying, they ain't matching up. So what that mean? The mama and the daughter on bullshit. Hashtag no fight, no nothing, cause these bitches playing. So that mean we don't carry on the narrative of these motherfuckers here, period. And you niggas get out course and go to goddamn investigate a narrative that they're putting out that is a false fucking narrative. See, what she need to do is come out and say, she sold them kidneys. She sold that kidney. Because she did come out and say, Kenneka never had no problem with her heart or lungs or none of that shit. But in the autopsy, the middle lobe of the lung missing, the thigh was missing. But she never did none of that. The organ transplant doctor, multi-organ transplant doctor. Probably got the kidney and the thymus at the same time. Come out and talk about that kidney. And if you don't want to start with the kidney, because that's how you got that first check, start speaking on how what you're saying don't match up in this footage once the footage come out. Tell us, what did your daughter see her sister hair all over her head like she had been fighting? It don't match up. So we ain't going. So we ain't going over here. See, we ain't going. But these niggas gonna go, they gonna go, and they gonna dig, and they gonna run your narrative. Y'all already out here running Teresa Martin's narrative. Those she wants you to keep doing. The dumb shit I'm doing now, keep on goddamn waking up and make a video about our stupid ass. If you was really breaking your silence, yeah, you'll be looking for death, but they ain't finna do nothing to you. Cause you ain't coming out script, you still scripting. And niggas still going. You sit your stupid ass down somewhere.
Bag. So she's in a white bag, in a gray bag, and covered with the purple blanket. They look just like the purple blanket that's on the scratcher that was in the kitchen. You dig what I'm saying? Now this is where...
Now there they go. Now where that is supposed to be their first time viewing their body after finding out she was dead. And they had to ask permission of this man right here, which is linked to the Trillium Gift of Life Network that links him back to Selena Gomez's doctor, Dr. David Grant. Let's talk about that, Teresa. Huh? And he's also linked back to that crematory up under a motherfucking false motherfucking identity, Roland Weiss. It's the same nigga. Roland Weiss, Frank Marquette, the same person, him right there. And that would be the man who gave you your daughter's possession. You ain't cry back then. What are you talking about? And this the man that y'all had to get permission to come back down there and see the body because they know there's going to be some bullshit. Because get what? They know this ain't the body. So they had to fake like they had to get permission from this man. Why would they have to get permission from the coroner for you to see your goddamn, your yeah. When you run there, ain't nobody did into her, and she just got a little bit of part, then you come back in here and they got to ask this nigga here, is it all right? The police got to ask this nigga, is it all right? Because this a nigga you sold that kidney to. Or this a nigga you sold that body to. Y'all sold some kind of organs to this man right there. And the whole thing got me baffled. But I'm gonna stop letting that shit have me baffled and go ahead and accept the fact and go on the notion that the nigga did. So the only reason I want to go on the notion that she did because she popped up on the 15th with Irene. I can't get past that. But I know that kidney got sold. And I know don't nobody want no dead ass kidney. How she popped back up with Irene on the 15th and why Lenora is so adamant about nobody saying R.I.P. to Kenneka until that little nigga dropped that song. Now this, what do you see her hair all over her head at, Lenora? Yeah, these the questions you gonna go back to the beginning, we're gonna go back right here. Why the fuck is y'all saying what they want y'all to say? Why is this shit scripted out? Why the footage? Why when the footage come out, it don't match what y'all saying at y'all mouth? Don't want to talk about that shit. Where do you see her hair all over her head at besides inside that damn freezer? This you just saying about it right here. And the motherfuckers told you that she had her hair flat iron straight. And you try to make a big deal about the hair. And see, that was your script. But see, they got you looking stupid as fuck right here. And then they have the rest of the world and the rest of us looking stupid as fuck because we feeding off some people that we think hurting about their motherfucking child. But y'all got all 32 teeth showing the next day in the parking lot with Andrew Holmes smiling like a motherfucker because y'all know y'all getting away with this bullshit. So when you get ready to come clean, Teresa, come on clean and explain this shit. Yeah, combat the motherfucking whole, go be combative with the hotel for real and tell them that the footage they put out is fucked up. Or tell us how they had you on script. And then you come clean. Well, they made me say this because you were not breaking no fucking silence because you been running your motherfucking mouth. Ain't no silence being broken. Tell us how they wrote your script, how you was written into the script, how y'all put the script together. Tell us why you was on script right here. Look like she been choked. How the fuck like she been choked from where the fuck over there? Hair all over her head, disgusting look on her face. Now the disgusting look you talking about is on a picture with the hole in it and they coming down the hallway. Why you don't use this damn gurney? And blow this shit up and use motherfucking check. If I can get close enough to see it, I blew it up. I don't see how the fuck you see she like she been choked. And what white body bag is you talking about? How you know about a white body bag right here at this point? All you did was walk through and walk back out that bitch. Where'd you see the white body bag at? Bitch, explain to us that shit. That the fuck I'm on. Yeah, I'm fed on point, been on point with y'all ass. You ain't exposing shit. You ain't breaking no silence on shit. No folks ain't finna take you and do nothing with you and none of that bullshit that you talking about. And that's why you gonna be able to continue to breathe. Because if you were breaking your silence or Illuminati old contract, you broke your silence, that bitch would be knocking your ass off. The headlines ain't came out yet that Teresa Mama been found dead. Because if you were doing it in real life, guess what? That would be going on. Your motherfucking death. But ain't all that shit bullshit. Because the whole world still pushing your narrative because you still scripping. You scripping. You still scripping. How it look like it been choked. How she look like she been choked. From right there where you standing at. What white body bag do you see from right there where you standing at? Lenora, where's her hair all over her head? It look more like it was still flat iron straight right here. Yo, cause this man right here did a good job before he brought the body up out of there. They ain't even under the goddamn. I don't even think that's Kenneka on the body. I think this what they said. I think this where the two girls shit came from. Because that nigga straight drop was adamant about two girls was in that freezer. Say he was there. Out his own goddamn mouth. Shot the planet of the fake. Out his own damn mouth said with the two girls, so it's some switcheroo shit going on somewhere right here. Cause we can go into the freezer and see that the girl in the freezer ain't as dark as this girl on this stretcher. This man here, Trillium Gift of Life Network there. That's who gave you the possession. That's who gave you the better rings and the wrong color watch and all kind of shit. And then right above his head right here, this the pole you put the circle and the X on, come straight off your page and set a camera right there instead of the regular the freeze. Like you say, that you put it in that location. To keep chaos going, because you know confusion and chaos is your best bet. To confuse shit and chaos is your best bet to keep getting that JFK money for life. Chaos and confusion. No order, no justice. You want to keep chaos and confusion up, because that's what it's about. You said that goddamn camera, when you came out and said, talk about that camera, you come off your page, say on that pole right there. This location you put the camera at after you had behind the direct loader freezer the whole time. Huh? The most retarded I ever dealt with in my life, but now she got us looking retarded. Because, nigga, we own their narrative long as we push past this point. Nah, we need y'all to straighten this shit out right here first. And we want to hear y'all to tell the hotel, bitch, y'all, that ain't under the goddamn, I don't know how y'all got that footage. I don't know how y'all put us in there, motherfucker. And that ain't, we seen my baby, she had her hair all over her head and explained to us how you seen it. And she was in this white body bag, and now they got us on the footage and got us looking stupid. Or come out and say, well, you know, I went on and got there and agreed to do what they wanted me to do, like you're trying to say. So explain this. I went on and did what they wanted me to do because they gave me a little money, you know, not to shut up, not to sign no gag order, just to be a scribble, yeah, to participate in script and say what they want to say. And they made sure to make your head look stupid as hell on script. Because right here, you and your daughter look stupid as fuck. You think UNC FED finna let these people run up out this motherfucker and continue to go forth with other information. Fuck all the other information, straighten this up right here. Yeah, now straighten this up right here. Now when you straighten this up right here, if you was to straighten this up right here, yeah, that what happened to your ass for real, bitch. They'll knock your ass off. But you ain't finna die do none of that, because you still scripping. Motherfucker.
Teresa is allegedly, supposedly, first time being able to see her baby girl. And as you see, you do not see a white body bag. Lenora said, we only seen her from here on up. Then when we seen her, she was in the body bag, we can only see her from the neck up. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't see nothing down here. And Teresa go on a radio station and say that they had her baby laying in a white body bag. Now somebody get in the comments and make me understand this. It don't come wicked. Just come like grown folks and just answer the simple question. How could she know about the white body bag?
The reason why my daughter laying there on the stretcher, in the white bag. Stretcher, in the white bag. Stretcher, in the white bag. Stretcher, in the white bag.
I say the truth. Don't need no help. It ain't gonna bend, break, not fold.
And neither are we. And we know the truth now, yeah. Yeah, we roll corn and cut cocoa, yeah. We don't play no games over here. So when you get ready to come clean and really combat and go against the hotel, yeah, we'll be ready to listen to your shit. Cause you ain't talking about shit, you still scripting. No, I know you still scripting because you still breathing. You ain't got down going against breaking no silence or none of that shit you talking about. And you ain't never been silent. You been running your mouth. So we want to know why you been running your mouth on script. And when you come off script, explain to us why you was scripting. Y'all was scripting for that money. Once I was sold a kid and got that fur money, they want me to do such and such, and I had to do this right here. All this was to cover up the original ritual, the marriage to the beach ritual of Selena Gomez receiving that kidney from my daughter. How much money we got? We got, oh, yeah. I know how much them goddamn kidneys go for, motherfucker. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck wrong with you. I don't see no honeycomb braids and shit. Fuck wrong with you. This video him. Well, I never did straighten up that shit by Lenora. And niggas still pushing that narrative. Man, I see you now. Y'all nigga been on my shit. And even when you first got that video right there, even when you first motherfucking made the 911 call, you and the 911 call playing game. You mean Crown Plaza, Rosemont, O'Hara, or Rosemont Road, same goddamn location. While y'all scripting, playing game. And then you give them 24 hours. You give them 24 hours. The fuck is you talking about? The fuck is you talking about?
I said, boom. Hey, yo, this is what FED, letter of discussion, Fed, Uncle Fed, no, Uncle Granddaddy, you dig? And I don't want to talk about this organ conspiracy shit that's going around. Let's get into these organs. But first, let's look at Kenneka and Charlo's live. I said Charlo's live, huh? You see that meat? You see them thighs and them knees and them cuts and them jeans? Huh? So who is the impersonator? With the little gray sweats up under one of the types where you can't see no little meat there. You don't see no meat. You don't see no knee, no thigh, no neck, no hip, no nothing. So we don't get that out of the way if you want to see the real. You can go to Charlo's live. You can see her sitting down when she first take that sippity sip. Now this is the medical examiner report. Kristen Howard and Kirsten, all that bullshit. You dig what I'm saying?
Little cat.
So
hey,
let's go see what's really popping with this autopsy report. You dig what I'm saying? And we're going to compare that to what the mama had to say. Since everybody seemed to respect what mama had to say, let's use what mama had to say to get some clarity on this situation. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, you see that neck right there? We're going to get to that neck. Because these niggas has flying out about a thymus and all that shit, but you can't prove no motherfucking thymus. But you can come up with a motherfucking bitch-ass image of a hole in a woman's neck that make people think of a thymus. Wait a minute, that's respiratory. Let's go back. You see this right here? We say the right lung Is okay. You see what they say? No middle lobe is present. Now, Mama said Kenneka never had health issues with her lungs or her.
Yeah, you want silence, goddamn. You was talking, do what you said. You was going live and live and talking and posting and all. You wasn't silent. Yeah, how the fuck she breaking her silence? Stop saying that shit. She ain't breaking no motherfucking silence. She ain't breaking no silence. And she ain't going against the grain. She still scripting. She still start explaining this type shit. Why you ain't want us to exhume that body? Why you looking like a fool down there hiding about a white body bag, getting somebody 24 hours and trying to throw people off? Yeah, Rosemont, Crown Plaza, Rosemont, O'Hara, yeah, you mean the one in Rosemont? Yeah, Rosemont, O'Hara, and it's the same damn place. And you and that nigga on that phone know it's the same goddamn place. All that shit to create confusion.
Hard. And she didn't know anything about her teeth being knocked out. Like these fools and played along with it, made up, I guess. I don't know. Or did they just put somebody else in the fucking freezer? I don't know. But I'm going to keep it off band. I'm going to keep it 1,000 over here. So, even when you keep it real and said, ain't no diamonds was missing, no diamonds, nigga, what happened to that middle lobe? You dig what I'm saying? There it is right there. No middle lobe is present. Now we're going to scroll back up and show you where Mama said one of those teeth knocked out. They ain't tell her that she found that on the big bitch ass investigating on social media. That's how she found out about the teeth, right? So let's see what the medical examiner said about the teeth. Can we do that? Boom. Okay, let's do that. Zoom in, Fed. You see this right here? What it say? It says teeth are natural and in good repair. What Mama said, they never stated to me at the meeting that Kenneka's teeth were knocked out as well as other bruises. Which they never gave me a copy of Kenneka's death report. They said they were going to give it to my lawyer. You see what I'm saying?
You ain't got no damn lawyer. They your lawyer, motherfucker. How the fuck Jedediah know who the fuck your lawyer is before you know? And why your lawyers ain't doing the damn talking, while you going all around the world doing all these interviews and talking, but then want to talk to them motherfucking news crews that pulled up on the scene. I'm talking about naturally, right there. Yeah, hop out on your ass, let's talk. You got to talk to my lawyer. She raw. Now you got to talk to her lawyer now. They got to set up appointments and shit to talk to your bitch ass. Boy, you don't sit your ass down. I kind of went for it at first. That you breaking her silence. Oh yeah, this motherfucker finna die. Yeah, I had to come and analyze what was going on though. You ain't talking about nothing. You still scripting. Cause you ever go against them folks gonna knock your ass off, and they want you to keep doing what you doing. Cause you know who gave you that settlement. Them motherfuckers out there got, let me go find some Rickenbacker shit. I'm gonna find some Rickenbacker shit.
Did they catch her up in a catch-22? What's the squeeze there? And y'all don't know what the middle lobe is. Oh, it's a fucking organ. You see that right there? You see the yellow in these lungs? That's the right middle lobe of the motherfucking lung. You don't believe it? There it is right there. Right middle lobe syndrome. You understand what I said? She never suffered from any of that bullshit. So why was her right middle lobe missing? I was there her in the freezer. And for you motherfuckers that came out with that thymus theory, you want to shoot the goddamn give at Fed, shoot the give at the motherfucker who came with the thymus theory. This will help them out. This fuck ass photo of this dead.
Now this the photo you say you wanted to blow up now. You recently said this the photo you wanted to blow up, and you saying this is the disgusting look. You say this the disgusting look. This look don't look no real disgusting ass look for me. There's like a disgusting look on the face. I know it's like a hole in her motherfucking neck. Y'all try to cover that bitch up. Y'all try to cover that bitch up now. The picture don't even look the same now when you go and look at it. Anybody, who in the chat? If anybody can see that hole in her motherfucking neck, put an 8 in this motherfucking chat. Yo, J Golo, y'all put an 8 in the chat if y'all can see this hole in his neck. See, this the original shit now. Now you want to use this saying this is disgusting looking and go back and look at this picture and blow this picture here. You sure you want me to blow that motherfucker up? You sure you want me to blow this motherfucker up, Teresa Mar? This the one you saying this the disgusting look that you seen when you walked in there and seen on the scripture. Now you want to go back to this dead girl walking video to talk about what you say you seen on that scratcher. Why you don't use the damn scratcher? Blow that shit up on the scratcher and see how her hair goddamn all combed and brushed down and looking pretty. And you and your daughter and other talking crazy on script. Yo, we ain't going past that with your dumb ass. But I'm finna keep playing with you. So you said blow this one up? Okay, we gonna blow it up. This is the disgusting look she talking about from her page. I blow this bitch up. But I asked you, did you really want me to blow it up? Cause like somebody could have went in there and got a thymus right there. And maybe that goddamn bullshit with Irene on, boy. You gotta be glad on Fed still think that girl living. Cause I can go in on the other narrative on what happened to the rest of her organs. With your low down dud ass. But I just can't get past seeing her in that car with Irene. I can't get past that. That's why I want to go hard. Go on to the crematory with Roland Weiss, with Frank Markel. That gone, we ended up at the crematory with your ass. And getting rid of all them goddamn, what you want, the clothes and the shoes and all that, and getting rid of all that goddamn, getting rid of all the rest of her organs. Because you said that was Kenneka went. And she didn't go to that motherfucker out there in that parade. She went to Frank Markel. She went to Frank Markel. That's not the one Frank Markel tied to. Frank Markel is tied to the Trillium Gift of Life Network. Blood and tissue donor. Yeah, you said that's where she went. She probably went out to November the 15th. Ooh, bitch. She probably went out to November the 15th. No. But I know I blowed it up for you. Cause you got a hole in the neck there. So now that's a disgusting look that you talking about that you seen on the stretcher with the goddamn girl walking down the goddamn hall. Boy, you crazy. This lady something serious.
Girl walking around in the motherfucking, this overlapped ass picture of this dead girl with this hole in her fucking neck. What might have drove some people to think diamonds, but it's the middle lobe, and they're not the same fucking thing. One in the neck and one in the lung. You dig what I'm saying? You think I'm bullshit? Well, they were the neck right there, and they say everything is cool in the neck. With that being said, the truth don't need no motherfucking help. It ain't gonna bend, break, not fold. I said, boom.
All this shit wicked. But you on script though. You continue to be on script. Now, you shaking these leads. Now. Here come all the motherfucking rest of them coming right behind you, following your narrative and all this old bullshit. And do you think the mama know this? Cause mama, and all this old extra shit, instead of going straight in on a stinking ass and not playing no motherfucking game with a stupid ass. See? And not playing no game with a stupid ass. You go to Rickenbacker right here. Why did y'all? Why do you motherfuckers want to know say nothing about this? When they built that record, they said,
what is...
Huh?
Hey, yo, boom.
I'm proving
I made an original video to this.
My cousin said the club owner said for them to put it in the freezer. Why nobody won't never hit these points as long as I've been saying this thing? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Let you know that Rick and Rickenbacker's nightclub, but it says a nightclub in disguise. Look all this shit up. They call it a nightclub in disguise and everything. But the girl said they went down to get something to eat today. Visit this establishment. Huh? What?
They're probably that same spot where we seen Kenneka and the goddamn taking them pictures with Zach after they were eating and all that shit. They're probably the same spot. Yeah, I'm overcrowded.
It's the Crown Plaza. Hide the fact that the Rickenburger nightclub is in there already. Now they want to say that the Murray Brothers are going to bring it soon. It's already there. Look in your paperwork. Look at the floor plan. When you come up the food court, you cut across right there where them girls keep cutting across at. That's the beginning of the so-called bar. And the bar is the fucking secret disguise, nightclub in disguise, the Rickenbacker. You understand? Listen to this guy one more time. Just listen. Who owns the club owns the organ, like an organ on the shit. The nigga who owns the club owns the organ, like an organ on the shit.
The nigga who owns the club, the club owner, he owns the organ donor shit. The Trillium Gift, the Life, Blood and Tissue, Organ Donor shit. He told them to put her in the freezer. All the script. That's why I can't understand why folks keep going around and keep going and still going. Why they ain't hitting these points, man? Here go the flow plan right here. You don't see this shit's at Rickenbacker nightclub right here? So what they might soon to come and all that old dumb shit, here it is right here. Huh? Freedom's Club. Huh? What they talking about? The truth don't need no help. We're gonna always stand up, man. I've been saying this shit forever. Been saying this shit forever. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward and bust the rest of this bullshit up. And that's what I do every time they come out here talking that shit. And the rest of you motherfuckers gonna keep doing the same thing. Doing their YouTube shit. Click views and Kenneka money. Cause it's all about the motherfucking pocket change. With the mama and with you niggas. But popularity and all that old, click and view there and a little fancy title there. I'm gonna show you something else more. Ooh, look what I got right here, man. Ooh, look what I got right here. Look all that. This Rickenbacker, you know how old this goddamn video is? I'm showing them this Rickenbacker nightclub. You hear this man saying, goddamn, the club owner, he owns the blood donor, he owns the organ donor shit. The club owner. Why you think goddamn Murray is the one who goddamn gave her settlement money? Gave her that money in the beginning up on the DOS. The settlement money came from these same motherfucking folks. The secret nightclub, this shit was the nightclub in disguise. That's what they call this motherfucker. That same spot where Kenneka was eating and taking them pictures with goddamn Zach at in the hotel. The nightclub in disguise right here. This is right here. This is right here. In this video, old as Methuselah. And now other YouTubers would touch because the shit I put out gonna put an end to the dumb shit. And then get what? Ain't gonna be no more motherfucking people out here coming in and tuning in and paying attention and interested in this shit like that. They don't get a full understanding there's some bullshit, and then they gonna take your view count down. These motherfuckers happy as hell Teresa the Cat Man did this shit. If you go along with the fuck Teresa and goddamn Lenora got going on from that kitchen, from that point right there, in my eye, man, in my eye, cause the two, y'all niggas part of this shit. Have it waiting on her to say something so your shit can crank. Huh? You know what I'm saying? This bitch ain't talking about goddamn straightening this shit up right here. She still on screw. She ain't talking about a motherfucking thing.
Called bar. And the bar is the fucking secret disguise. Nightclub in disguise. The Ricky Factor. You understand? Listen to this guy one more time. Let's listen. Who owns the club owns the organ, like an organ donor shit. The nigga who owns the club owns the organ, like an organ donor shit.
The nigga who own the club own the organ donor shit. The nigga who own the club own the organ. The fuck that kitchen in the basement shit. Ain't no kitchen in the basement. That man broke that shit down. That's my cousin. This is my cousin. When they said we left our ass out in front of the hotel. My mom said they ain't leave her down in no motherfucking hallway. How that change up? Oh, let that marinate. And the mama confirmed that they left her in front of the hotel, in front of the lobby. So why all that? And Manifa go to jail, and she went out and boy was following around, and we just left in the hallway for a couple minutes. All that shit shenanigans. And then we need to get on everybody on the phones too, cause you start saying you want her phone, all this bitch. They asked you for the phone. And where her hand made in that freezer, somebody had to go back and get the phone out of her hand to get a phone to you, and then they had to goddamn request you to get a phone back to them. What the fuck is you talking about, lady? The fuck is you talking about, lady? Huh? Whatever one had the phone, that's the one you supposed to went in on, cause especially after the goddamn photo came back with her hand cupped like she had a phone in her hand. If she was froze to death, see all those shenanigans. That means Morgan would have had to go pry the phone out of hand and get a phone to you. And then the folks got the phone back from you. So what you talking about? You want her property, her phone, and all that shit. You had the phone, fool. You crazy? You had the phone, fool. On the organ donor shit.
Like at the party, the shit was packed out. My cousin sent me video. Guys got videos of my phone and shit. Like the party was packed out, but it's like it's a hotel party. Yeah. So like these not like fucking girls. She was bad girl. She can fuck with. She's not no skinny like upcut. Like she's a regular little bitch. Right through the cut on the swimming pool, up the pool, cut cross, just like the girls keep cutting the cross. That's the Rickenbacker goddamn nightclub. Who did they meet in there while they was eating?
Now look at these fools. Soon as they goddamn put the goddamn nightclub out there, that debunked the whole narrative that this nigga him was sending that shit to Sherry Strider out. Huh? About goddamn, what the first nigga name was. It was the first motherfucker Kate them was getting a goddamn interview with. Who they thought Peasy was. That nigga was family. Then they started saying Chief Coco was the goddamn the brother, the Mason. He supposed to been the goddamn one of the goddamn that was family. Then they goddamn had goddamn the Nesbitt nigga That's why they said the goddamn the kitchen was being reconstructed by the GMA. I call them the GMA board, but it was GMA Construction Company that Carl Nesbitt worked for. They had the whole family tied into this shit. Huh? Why nobody won't say nothing about the Rickenbacker nightclub? And then soon they build that bitch Clune Construction reconstructed. Ain't reconstruct shit. They constructed a hotel. Cause wasn't no reconstructing going on. All that bullshit, see? They said the goddamn kitchen was being reconstructed, man. They said their kitchen was being reconstructed, man. Man, that kitchen was constructed outside by Clune, not no GMA. And the first thing they tell you is soon to come, Rickenbacker nightclub. Now when a nigga seen that right there and seen this right here, they supposed to goddamn UNC FED said something about a Rickenbacker. Hold up, man, this might be something to this shit. These niggas still don't catch on. Man, get the fuck out of here.
What kind of rules they put down? What do they, man, get real with this shit? Let's go.
It's not in the fucking basement. Ain't no freezer in the basement. The freezer was in the kitchen, you feel me? That's on the main floor by the lobby area inside there.
Okay, so you go to Facebook and you can see it for yourself. The Rickenbacker is already there. Why they trying so hard to hide this shit? Go try to look it up for yourself.
See, I went and got the ratings. Because I knew I was going to have to prove this shit one day. Because they be watching everything I be talking about. That's why I went and got the ratings and everything to prove that Rickenbacker nightclub was already there. That's why I did that. Because they erased everything I ever was talking about. These niggas come on here playing all that little weak-ass, fuck-ass whole shit. Google erasing shit. Watching everything, all the information. That's why I went on stamp. That's I'm going to get this time. I said, I ain't gonna let them get away this time. With my dumb ass. I ain't finna let that. I ain't got no goddamn storage and all that shit to keep information on the ground. I don't know about all that bullshit, but I know they keep on changing every time I ever say something. They go to watching and change what they're saying, fuck niggas over there we're adding all that bullshit, man. Go on. Huh? That's something to make sure I get this shit. They still had a goddamn one channel I ain't doing but hide information on. Got my shit. I had one where I just hide shit on. But I made sure I went and got the ratings. I went to Facebook and got the ratings on the place. This place had been rating everything. If you got ratings, you know it exists in that bitch. That's why I did that. They gonna be like, nah, that club, they came later. No, it didn't. It was already there. And these the motherfuckers who goddamn responsible for that kidney and selling that kidney and running this psyop. And that's who paid Teresa that goddamn money. And the last little money she got, it came straight from these same folks. She's not breaking no motherfucking side. She ain't breaking no goddamn side.
And see how strong they hide it. Huh? Man, look, the truth don't need no help. But I'm gonna keep on.
Run that shit back.
I'm a cousin in the video. Guys got videos of my phone and shit. Like the party backed out, but it's like it's a hotel party. Yeah. She got something like these not like don't be wrong, she was bad girl. She can fuck with she's not no city, like upclass, like she's a regular little bitch.
Right through the cut from the swimming pool up the food court, cut cross just like the girls keep cutting across. That's the Rickenbacker goddamn nightclub. Who did they meet and know why they was eating? What kind of rules they put down? What did they, man, get real with this shit? Let's go.
It's not in the fucking basement. Ain't no freezer in the basement. The freezer was in the kitchen, you feel me? That's on the main floor by the lobby area inside there.
Okay, so you go to Facebook and you can see it for yourself. The Rickenbacker is already there. Why they trying so hard to hide this shit? Go try to look it up for yourself and see how strong they hide it. Huh? Man, look, the truth don't need no help. But I'm gonna keep on digging off into this shit and bringing y'all truth, man. And look here, y'all nigga wanna bang? Let's bang on motherfucking Rosemont, man. Let's bang on motherfucking Rosemont. I'm why the shit get me sick in my stomach every time I got there and get over in the YouTube street. I don't hear nothing but motherfucking Kenneka beef. I'm tired of this motherfucking whole shit. Spang on who need to be banged on. Boom.
I see what I said. I don't even want. I had pulled these particular.
So like these not like, don't get me wrong, she look mad good. She be a buck, but she's not no steady like upclass, like she's a regular hood bitch.
Oh yes, back to Germany once again. This is the Rekindle nightclub in Berlin, in Germany. Oh yes, sir. It's not a game. Oh, and this is the Scottish Rights, the Bird Brothers. Let's go. Rekindle nightclub, Rosemont, Illinois bar. You did what I'm saying? Inside the Crown Plaza. They hide there.
Who was that? You tell me, that's mama, that Ruth Ann's granddaughter and all that stuff. Like, word, she
learn how to catch the Ruth there. Ruth Ann's granddaughter. But check this out. The Kenneka opened up in April, and then they said to come later is Rekindle nightclub. What the fuck they mean to come later and it's already there? Who they playing with? They even turning little schools and high schools in the nightclub up under this Rekindle shit.
First of all, the freezer's not in the fucking basement. Ain't no freezer in the basement. The freezer was in the kitchen, you hear me? It's in the kitchen, that's on the main floor by the lobby area inside there. Ain't the deal, they said the nigga who owns the club owns the organ dome, like an organ dome and shit. Ain't the deal, they said the nigga who owns the club owns the organ dome, like an organ dome and shit. Ain't the deal, they said the nigga who owns the club owns the organ dome, like an organ dome and shit.
I'm saying this is the motherfucking Scottish Rights. Bill Murray and his family was born. They already come out of Evanston and they fought Team Flo Will Met. I told you, regardless of what you think, that restaurant was gonna be built anyway. All this shit is promotion for the elites. Follow the money. You see, they got theaters. They could go to the theater. Do anyone remember them saying they went and got something to eat? And if anyone remember Kenneka being shown in this little restaurant where she was eating that the night of her death. Anyone remember the little picture when she was behind the little glass and taking pictures with some guy who was supposed to be their waiter that night? Anybody remember those little clips? Because I had them on my first two channels. And they showed them eating. So when they went down to eat, it's at the restaurant, bar, / nightclub they went into. Look at here. This is proof right here that the club is already there in existence. 5440 River Road got a website and everything. But you know, it's one of those type of nightclubs. You dig what I'm saying? So what the deal is, I'm just putting it out here to you. Why they hide the fact that it's already there? Boom!
So they didn't, like, lay down, she passed out the e-pills. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when the shit comes back, the whole, like, my motherfucker's feelings gonna change. Like, she tired of some e-pills, you feel me? She passed out e-pills. I think what motherfuckers tell, what might tell me, do that program to the benefit of us, but it might not feel like her rape kit because she's passed out. You feel me? So if a rape kit is a forced entry, like, you can't force nothing, you feel me? That's already relaxed to the sleep. You feel me? So it might not feel like on her.
Autopsy.
On the rape kit, but they put basically the nigga on a orange test, so they put it in the freezer to reserve her body.
So they thought. So you saying they thought she was already dead, basically?
Yeah, basically. Like when she passed, they thought she was already dead. Like that's the exact. That's what Mike was saying. That's what the bitch was telling me. They probably thought she was already dead and put it in the freezer type shit.
But I'm saying, so like, why they were trying to act like she was missing instead of just saying like, we tried to, you know what I'm saying, try to. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you gotta see the game. Like, we is the only one who knows what's going on.
That feeling when you want to buy a new ride and it hits. Your credit score needs work. Then you remember Intuit Credit Karma lets you check your free scores daily with personalized tips to get your credit road ready. Download the app to get started.
You're infected. The sergeant's voice carried a mix of fear and respect. I nodded. I came down with it a week ago. I heard the longer you wait to sleep, the better your chance of survival. The sergeant knew that once I fell asleep, I would be sucked into the nightmare realm. If I survived, I'd return with unspeakable powers, awakened. But if I died there, my body would be replaced by a vicious nightmare monster. And most people died there. Voluntary surrender was the most heroic thing I could do. The sergeant studied my pale face.
We'll get a court-appointed awaken to give you some tips before you go under. In the meantime, you want to talk to a priest? Might give you some hope.
I stared at my phone's wallpaper. The last photo I'd taken of my mother. I already have something I believe in.
Thanks for doing your part for humanity, kid.
He threw me into the holding cell, and its door slammed shut behind me.
Fresh meat.
There were a dozen other men in the cell, but I immediately noticed one man, out cold, sleeping on a bench in the corner. Another nightmare spell victim. He looked peaceful, but I knew he was fighting for his life in the nightmare realm. Soon, that would be me. I dropped onto an empty spot on the bench, my legs finally giving out.
Hey, they call me Marcus, and you're in my spot.
The voice was low, dangerous. I looked up to see a mountain of a man looming over me. Sorry, I didn't know. I started to stand, but Marcus grabbed my collar and yanked me up.
Empty your pockets. Now.
I don't have anything.
What's this shiny thing then? Holding out on me?
He snatched the phone and hit play on the old voicemail I'd been listening to on repeat.
My sunshine, you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Don't let the world beat you down. Never give up. Your mother loves you.
Marcus burst out laughing. Give it back. I snarled, snatching back the phone. His eyes dropped to my nightmare mark. Flames danced around his knuckles. He was an awakened, with supernatural powers.
Oh, the little mama's boy thinks he can survive his trial and become awakened like me. You won't last 5 seconds in there.
I edged away. My mother's last words echoed in my mind.
Promise me, Sonny. Promise me you'll survive and come back more powerful. I know you. You don't realize how strong you are.
I knew it seemed impossible, but her faith gave me hope. Maybe I had a chance. Maybe I was stronger than I thought. I said shut up about my mother. Marcus slammed me against the bars and leaned in close.
How about I give you a painful death out here instead?
I stared him in the eye. Another bully. Another beating. Another reminder that I'd been kicked around my whole life. But I knew the nightmare realm gave me a sliver of a chance to gain power and finally stop being helpless. My eyes widened as Marcus's flaming fist pulled back, ready to strike. Whoosh! A burst of wind hurling Marcus across the room like a rag doll. He crashed into the wall with a sickening crunch. A gorgeous, uniformed woman with silver hair and a bored expression stood outside the cell.
Which one of you is sunless?
It's Sunny.
Follow me.
I stumbled after her into the hall, leaving Marcus fuming behind me. My eyes were growing heavy. The shadows on the walls flickered like they were trying to form shapes. Faces, maybe. Or soldiers kneeling. But the image vanished before I could make it out. Master Jet walked me down the hall of the holding cells.
I'm Master Jet, level 5 awakened. I'm here to prepare you for your trial.
She gave me the side eye as I jogged in place, trying to stay awake.
You close to going under, or do you just need to potty?
What the hell is going on? I was just about to respond to her when I noticed the weirdest thing. The police station's walls began peeling back like paint. I watched in horror as the floor beneath me crumbled, revealing an abyss filled with churning shadows. Mountains erupted from the ground, piercing the sky before crumbling to dust in seconds. No, it's happening. Not yet. Not now. Skeletons rose from the earth, their bones assembling into warriors before collapsing into dust, only to rise again in an endless cycle. The sun and moon chased each other across a sky that fractured like broken glass. Was this the nightmare realm?
Wait, you're the one doing this?
An avalanche of stone and bone rushed toward us from the collapsing mountains. Master Jet turned to look at me. Then she slapped me hard across the face. Reality reasserted itself with a violent snap. The walls were solid again. The floor was just concrete. For a second, I wasn't sure which world I was in. My vision shimmered. The shadows didn't leave. They just hid behind the corners, watching.
You back with me?
But she didn't look relieved. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. What the hell just happened?
There's only one other person who ever warped reality like this. He tore a hole through the nightmare realm so big the real world bled into it. We still haven't closed it.
What?
Your affinity to the nightmare realm is strong. You're literally warping the dimensional fabric around you.
What does that mean? Master Jet dragged me into an empty cell, her grip iron strong on my arm. Fear flickered behind her eyes.
How long have you been fighting to stay awake?
A week.
Impossible. The record is 3 days max. Every second you fight against sleep should feel like carrying an elephant on your head. Where the hell did you find that sort of willpower?
My mother always said I was special, that I was stronger than I knew. She died 3 years ago. She failed her nightmare trial. Something shifted in Master Jet's expression. The fear was replaced by respect.
Willpower is a great sign of an awakened's future strength. The longer you resist the spell, the better shot you have. Your mom is right. I don't know what kind of power you might have in the nightmare realm, but you're no everyday sleeper. That's for damn sure.
Her words fanned the embers of hope in my chest. Could I really be strong in the nightmare realm? Maybe even come back awakened? Suddenly a scream shattered the moment. The man who'd been sleeping peacefully in the corner of the mass holding cell was thrashing violently. Inhuman sounds poured from his throat. My stomach lurched the same way it had in the hallway. Not again. The world warped again. I found myself standing on a flaming hillside beside Master Jet. The sky burned crimson above us, raining ash like snow. In the distance, the same man from the cell ran desperately through the burning landscape, his clothes smoldering as he stumbled over charred earth.
Get away from me!
Behind him, a pale, ghastly creature moved with predatory grace. The creature had bloody swords in place of arms. The creature leapt the distance between itself and the fleeing man and pinned him to the ground with his swords. I gasped. Suddenly, the monster perked up at the sound of my voice. My heart dropped as it turned toward us. Its blade arms gleamed like mirrors, reflecting our terrified faces back at us.
Damn it.
Master Jet cocked back her hand to deliver another slap to wake me up. But before she could strike, an alarm screamed in the precinct, pulling us out of the vision.
Code black! Code black!
Screams erupted from the adjacent cell. Officers converged on the cell with raised guns. Through the bars, I could see green fire and a prism of light spewing out of the sleeping man's body.
Nightmare creature! Every man for himself!
I watched, petrified as the man's arms bubbled and morphed into swords, his limbs extending grotesquely. The transformation completed with a wet, tearing sound. The same exact sword-arm creature I'd seen in the vision jerked upright in his place like a marionette on strings.
Open fire!
Bullets filled the air, striking the monster harmlessly. One ricocheted and punched into my shoulder, spinning me around. Pain exploded through my arm. The creature swung its sword arms, shearing through cell bars like paper. Officers screamed as razor-sharp metal found flesh.
Get to the mass holding cell. The door there is reinforced.
The creature's eyes locked onto me. It took a deliberate step toward me, ignoring the officers firing at it. Why is it coming at me?
It must be sensing your affinity. Move.
Master Jet blew me back with a wind blast, already turning to engage the monster. I sprinted down the wrong corridor, going deeper into the station. The nightmare monster was right behind me. My legs felt like lead, exhaustion weighing down every step. The bullet wound throbbed. But there was something else, a sound beneath the chaos. Chanting, soft at first but growing louder. And it sounded like it was coming from somewhere within my body. What the hell? I stumbled, catching myself on a desk. In the bullpen, I spotted an officer's hat behind a desk. I rushed over and grabbed him, but the officer slumped sideways, revealing the bullet hole in his forehead. Dead. My hands shook violently as I picked up his service weapon. The monster's roar echoed through the building. I could feel it hunting me, marking my scent. The chanting intensified. Words in a language I didn't recognize but somehow understood. They spoke of shadows and promises, of power and sacrifice. At the same time, I felt sleep overtaking me. My vision was growing dark at the edges. I heard the nightmare creature racing toward the room. I realized if I fell asleep now, the monster would tear my sleeping body to pieces. Stay awake. Stay awake! I dashed into the break room and spotted salvation. A full pot of coffee. I grabbed it and chugged the bitter liquid straight from the carafe. It burned going down, but I didn't care. Then I saw the label. Decaf.
No!
The monster roared through the doorway. I whirled around, backed up against the wall. The world kept flickering around me. Sleep was closing in. The mysterious chanting was deafening now, drowning out even my thoughts. Just then, Master Jet came flying through the wall in an explosion of drywall. She groaned, struggling to her feet. She pushed me aside just as sword arms sliced through the air where my head had been.
You won't survive in there if you die out here. Now run. That way.
I dove through the hole in the wall, my body barely responding. Reality began to ripple around me. My vision was beginning to tunnel. Just a few more steps. The holding cells were right there. Salvation. All I had to do was lock myself in. I grabbed the bars, then I screamed with pain. My palms were red and blistering. The bars glowed red hot. Marcus grinned through the metal, his hands blazing with fire. He had used his powers to heat up the bars to stop me.
Guess you won't die in the nightmare after all. But at least I get a front row seat.
I was blacking out. I couldn't stay awake. I turned to see the nightmare creature rounding the corner, its blades swishing the air. I wanted to run, but my legs were concrete. My brain was cotton. This shouldn't be how it ended. Not without keeping my promise to my mom. With trembling fingers, I pulled out my phone. The screen was cracked, but still working. I needed to hear her voice one last time. My mother's recorded voice began to fill the corridor. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Don't let the world beat you down. But to my horror, Marcus snatched the phone through the bars and smashed it against the concrete floor with all his strength. The screen shattered. The voice cut off mid-sentence.
No happy endings for losers.
I stared at the shattered phone. Rage flooded through me. Pure, volcanic fury mixed with loss and contempt. The chanting became deafening until it seemed to envelop my very soul. The shadows in the hallway lengthened, reaching toward me. Reality shifted one final time. The precinct's ceiling peeled back. A sea of cherry blossom trees floated above me in a void of pitch blackness. Shadows rose from the ground in the shape of bodies clad in armor. They chanted loudly as they bowed before a man standing above them. He had my face, older, scarred, but mine all the same. Our eyes met across the impossible space. You made her a promise. Keep it. He snapped his fingers and the shadows shot toward me. I blinked and found myself back in the precinct. The monster loomed before me, blade arms raised for the killing strike. Suddenly, a river of shadow figures seemed to flow out of the vision, wrenching open the holding cell and flinging Marcus out. I could barely understand what was going on. Marcus scrambled to his feet, backing away in terror from the sword-armed monster. He was cornered.
What did you do, you freak? What did you do?
I didn't wait to see what happened. I dove into the holding cell, grabbing the broken phone pieces as I went. The reinforced door slammed shut behind me. I stood there in the darkness, trembling as the creature lunged at Marcus. I had manifested a shadow power while still human. Impossible, terrifying, exhilarating. But more than that, I had seen myself in the nightmare realm. Powerful, alive. My mother had been right. I made her a promise. Sleep crashed over me like a black wave as the nightmare realm erupted around me. But this time, I didn't fight it. My trial in the nightmare realm was about to begin, and only then would I know if I could keep this promise.
Click the link now to keep listening. Everything is happening at once. Sonny collapsed into unconsciousness just as the nightmare creature's blades descended, and the shadows erupted from within him, his mother's broken promise echoing in his mind. What'll happen next? Can he survive the mysterious nightmare trial that killed his own mother? Who was that scarred version of himself commanding an army of shadows? What terrible price will his newfound power demand? Find out in the next episode of Shadow Slave. Next time on Shadow Slave, experience Sonny's first terrifying moments in the nightmare realm as he fights for survival against impossible odds. Download the free Pocket FM app now at the link below and dive into this heart-pounding supernatural thriller for free. You won't want to miss what happens next.
man who has publicly acknowledged that he's thinking about pardoning his old friend, Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted sex trafficker, who was a co-conspirator of Donald Trump's closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein.